Eilish became famous at 13, recording music with her brother in a tiny bedroom in their parents' home. And since then, she has become the youngest person ever to win 2 Oscars and the youngest person ever to win the Grammy for Album of the Year. Now, Billie's back in the charts and she sat down with our US correspondent, Marley Hogan. Marley, she is on top of the world, but still so grounded.
Eddie, for someone with so much fame, so much success and all at such a young age, Billie Eilish was refreshingly down to earth. She is polite and humble and very excited to return to Australia. All right, let's do this.
Do it.
Welcome to Sunrise.
Thanks.
Her first album debuted at #1 in 18 countries and was the most streamed album of 2019. Her second opened at #1 in 20 countries. Now comes Billie Eilish's third, Hit Me Hard and Soft, her most critically acclaimed ever, with Rolling Stone calling it her best album yet.
I could never get enough. I could buy you so much stuff. It's a craving, not a crush.
It's actually out in Australia. Fans have heard it. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel like it came so fast. I'm so proud of it and I love it so much. So much of the time we feel like we need to prove ourselves, and somehow with this album I really don't feel that way. Like, I don't feel any need to, you know, explain it in any way. I feel like it'll totally do what it needs to do in my mind, and I think that whatever happens with it, I'm happy because I love it so much and I think the fans will really like it.
Like all her biggest hits, Billie wrote and recorded the new album with her 26-year-old brother Phineas. He's her longtime collaborator and producer, winning a whopping 10 Grammys himself.
Obviously, you and Phineas collaborate amazingly together. What's it like behind the scenes? What's that sibling relationship like at times, working so closely together?
It's honestly, it's great. We've gone through so much together. I think that the hardest it's been, honestly, was in the kind of early-ish stages of making this record. We had a lot of deep conversations and a couple arguments and like big moments of like fear. Like, we were very afraid and we were worried that we had lost it. We were just like not in sync. You go in waves, you know, things aren't always gonna be perfect and they're not always gonna be horrible. Like, you know, you are on the same page and on the same frequency, and then you have moments where you guys are a little off and you come back and you go away and you come back, you know? So we always work through it and it's amazing.
Phineas isn't the only family member who contributed to this album. Billie's rescue dog, Shark, got involved too.
Which track does he feature on this album?
See, I'm like, everybody keeps asking me that and they're gonna be so disappointed because it's like one little breath. There's a song called The Greatest, which is track 6 on the album. And I was recording that song alone in the studio with Shark for like 3 days straight. And he just was asleep on the couch the whole time. And he's a very loud snorer. And I don't care. So I just recorded all the vocals for The Greatest, and you can hear him breathing and switching positions and like, you can hear the big dog sighs. He's got that like pit bull sigh, like the, you can hear that.
Right before our interview, Billie met a small group of her biggest Aussie fans, among them 17-year-old Aquila Day, who after winning a Sunrise competition, left her small hometown in northern New South Wales to meet the megastar in LA.
Well, that fan experience, I mean, I feel
know.
like I'm overwhelmed by it.
I know, I love it.
How do you feel when you see people like that just absolutely overcome with emotion when they see you and get to meet you?
When I see that, I'm like, that's me. That's little me and me now, you know? I'm such a fan and I really get it so well, and it's hilarious that it's about me. Hilarious. Like, why? I don't know, but it brings me so much joy. I love it so much.
Early next year, Billie is heading down under on tour.
So you're coming to Australia.
I am.
What are you looking forward to most?
God, I mean, I love Australia. I feel so like, it feels very safe there, even though y'all have the craziest animals ever. I don't know though, I really want to go out and do stuff this time. I never really get to do that, so I really want to, if you have any recommendations, I would love to go see some cool stuff. I always go to that like koala sanctuary and I see all the kangaroos, and that's nice. I want stuff like that.
We will send you a list. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Smiley.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Eddie, we will have to get working on a list of suggestions for Billie. She is touring Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne in February and March.
Yeah, great idea, mate. Let's put together an itinerary, especially for Billie Eilish. 22 years old, guys. It just blows me away, that talent, that genius.
And so much music.
Yeah. And so lovely, isn't she?
And
So
just-
down to earth and nice.
I love that connection with the kids too, the young kids. It was her. So good.